All right, everybody out there, how y'all doing? Welcome one, welcome all. I'm gonna try to do a really short show here and just kind of listen. I'm gonna stick on one chart. I'm not gonna jump to a bunch of other charts. I'm just gonna stay right here. Okay, it's this simple. Um, the daily is just telling me short the shit out of this, take the risk, take the chance. That's what it's saying to me. We got the 200 MA and the 30 MA about to do a bear cross. So I've got up the chart for the 2014 and then today exactly where we are. All right, now our Stoke is a little bit, actually a lot bit higher today than where we were back then, right? So I've also pulled up, I've got the RSI down here. So the daily RSI, we are below 50. So whenever you're below 50, you're definitely more in a bear, you're still in a bearish trend below 50. So you see back in 2014, we're well below 50. You kind of got this same little pivot here that I'm looking at. The same little pivot. Then you got that second bottom call, right? Where's that second bottom call? Look, bottom, bull, bull, bottom, bounce. Bull, bottom, bull, bull, bottom, bounce. So I'm kind of just waiting to see one more little bottom call here. Something like this could, it's going to bring us down. Now, when you look over on the weekly, though, the weekly says, hey, there's one more little dippy, but we're kind of at the bottom. Look, this is our Stoke. The Stoke on the weekly is deep, and it is rolling up bullish on us, right? Now, remember, this is a weekly trend, so these weekly trends take time to play out. They don't have to play out now. They take time. So this is really important to be watching the Stoke here. So this is my Stoke RSI, and this is double bottomed here, right? Double bottomed here. This is 2014 where it double bottomed. Now look, once you cut through this 30 MA on the weekly, right? It came down, cut through the 30 MA on the weekly, and once it did, it just definitely fell through it. Now we've come through that 30 MA on the weekly. It is now turned into our topside resistance. I'm going to go over there and see if I can mark that bad boy out. Where is that? It's got to be somewhere in that range, like that 8600-ish, maybe something like that. Right, so this is going to be kind of our cap off our resistance area right there. We've tried to get back up through it. Haven't had a good chance of getting back up through it. Let me add a really quick, I'm going to add some notes over right here in this chart right here. So we're going to add a top and bottom. Let's do that right now. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to make this video as quick as possible. So let's look at our top side. Top side R equals, really, we're looking at 86, what is that, 8650 to 8800 on the top side. We're just going to be a little liberal with that, right? And then on the, let's call it 8725, okay? And then we'll go to 8800. How about that? Give me a little playing room. Bottom side, so support right now. So our bottom side support right here, really for me, does track down a little bit lower. So we've got a bunch of support that's definitely right below us. Hold on a second, and it's at 8150 right now. So we're really parked all the way down to 8150 and 8282. So this is where our lower support is. Okay? And now, if that does get broken, right, I'm still kind of looking for that wick down. So we do have a lot of support right below us. We've got chunks and chunks of support, 74, 76, 72. But, this could be one of those things where it just gives us the quick couple days drop to really where people think is a good buying opportunity, and then we get that super pump out of there. So I still think that we have one more drop down before my thought is and could be wick. God, I don't even want to say it. Is down then up. Right? And I'm just, as long as we get down and we're not down below that 8150, 8200 for too long, it'll be very, very bullish, right? And then getting up over the 30 MA, of course, will be, you know, super bullish for us. If we can get up over that 30 MA, bulls need to break the weekly 30 MA to go bullish, right? It's a very, very challenging time to trade right here, simply because we've got two very, hold on a second, let me bring this up here, bring the front, right, and bring the front. We've just got two very compromised, two charts that are telling us completely different things, right? You got the daily chart that's showing that, hey, listen, you know, we need one more pound town down to find that bottom, and then we've got our weekly chart, which is you know, just plays itself out much longer, and we've got our weekly chart just saying, hey, you know, one more little pumpy pump to the top side, and then we're looking for the downside. Okay, sorry, one more pumpy pump to the bottom, and then we're gonna go up again. Right, this is what I want to see now. It's super important to understand that right now, like, there's a whole bunch of short-term bearish things, and you know, and there's these macro bullish things that are on the much higher scale. So I see some macro bullish signs on the much higher scale. I want to make sure that everybody understands that, you know, there's swing trading, and then there's, you know, you have swing trading, you have long-term trading, you have scalping. So, you know, right here, if you're gonna spot buy, I mean, me personally, God, I mean, I think I could start dipping into some spot buys here, right? I could possibly dip into some spot buys, but that's all I would risk, right? So I'm going to go down here. I'm going to give you my thing, right? Updated chart, right? The only long risk I can take here is a spot. Literally, it's just a spot buy. Spot 1-to-1 BTC long, right? In very small quantities, right? Right, and that's in that. Now you're gonna have a limit, so I am looking for 7,200. Oh, God forbid, Jesus Christ, we're at 8,400 right now. So any spot buys here for me would have laddered stops for limited risk, and then ladder down. How low would I go right here? God, just that 8150 scares the poop out of me. I mean, I just don't think 8150 is going to hold. If we go down there, I'm just worried that 8150 is going to not hold, and then we're going to go all the way down to basically hit the weekly. You've got the 3-day, you've got the 3-day Bollinger Band. Super deep, right? Give me a second here. Let me see where this bad boy's at. What the hell's the 3-day Bollinger Band at? I mean, the weekly. Oh, it's not that bad at all. Yeah, 74. It's not that bad. I mean, really 7,400 is kind of a critical must hold here. Give me 1 second. I didn't want to get off this chart, but I don't want to make it bad. A lot of 72s there. God, if 8150 goes. All right, so here's what we're gonna put. 8150. Load that, then is all right. So I mean, you gotta really hold that 8150 line here, right? Right. Short term. So short term, I am bear, and medium term, I am still bull above. Give me a second, un momento. Yeah, it'll take a while to get there, so. Okay. That's it. That's all I got for you guys. Yes, there is a bunch of very, very frustrating indicators, you know, and this is the thing. I mean, we've got to hold. This is the weekly top Gauss, the H2. If this breaks, it's very bearish, very bearish. You can wick down under it. It's not a problem, right? It's not an issue wicking down under this. Like we can wick down to this 7,600 and bounce out of this. But man, you know, if you go on this, man, I don't even know. You go on, you break the 8150 is just a very, very, very critical number right now. 8150 is a critical number. And the problem is we have all these daily and weekly moving averages that are just crashing down upon us right now. They're just crashing down upon us, layered all the way up to that 8,800, right? So, you know, can we get a little fake out pump and then, you know, down? All possible. But I think we have a good idea right now of kind of what's all possible here in the short and the medium term, right? That's it. I'm the Vamp, and I'm out of here. Thank you, guys.